Richard would like us to build our own StoryCorps without his leadership and Renee's connections. Finding this group has dramatically increased my desire for living, so I'm interested in being a part of creating our own, for lack of a better title, Veteran Story Corps. I'm just going to use that name here to distinguish it from the Long Beach VA Story Corps. We could practice our facilitator skills with each other until we feel comfortable bringing it into the community and or until the next VA sponsored Long Beach VA Story Corps begins again. We could start one and see how it goes. Veteran Story Corps, healing veterans one story at a time. Don't read this book unless you want your world to expand. I'm so grateful I found the Veteran Story Corps group. It's thrilling to feel my brain come alive and my heart open up to the world of creativity. The support I have here is uplifting and comforting. Being connected to artists who are also military veterans is grounding. Veteran Story Corps has given me a purpose now to share my experience, strength, and hope via short videos on the web. I am happier than I've been in many years. CT, U.S. Army Vet, 1981 to 1984. Every man has two deaths when he is buried in the ground and the last time someone says his name. In some ways, men can be immortal. Ernest Hemingway. Yes, so construct your stories, put them in the world, never die. Present Terry. A couple of concerns I have about bringing the group to the community. One is veteran status as well as location. If we don't have the VA connection, we will have proof of neither one of them. Proof of veteran status. Can we ask for proof? What do we use for proof? Who's going to check it against their face? We only have the honor system. Are we comfortable with that? Admins will also have to check the Facebook page to make approvals. Without location information, we must rely on people having their own emergency system in place in case something happens at their home. Witnessing an emergency online without any recourse to assist can be a nightmare. I have a dear friend who had a heart attack online while her friends could only watch as she died because it took too long to find her address and call 911. Veteran Story Corps mission statement to activate creativity in the veteran community and expand its healing power to the world. SOP for online peer led creative arts group workshop meetings. FOD, facilitator of the day. Number one, by being here, we are honor bound by our statement that we are military veterans. Two, what's said here stays here. Vegas, baby. Three, the FOD guides the group and will interrupt to keep ideas moving along. If the FOD is stuck, interrupt. Four, let the FOD know how long your presentation will be to incorporate that into the class time. Five, please raise your hand to interject. Six, please mute while listening if your area is noisy. Seven, if you need to leave your seat, turn off your video and mute your microphone. No reason is needed. Eight, when sharing, be mindful of others' time here. Nine, use supportive language when offering feedback or addressing challenges. 10, group agendas will be shared on the whatever Facebook page we want to use in the chat notes, including the creative exercise for the week. 11, you can be involved as you'd like. This is your group. Veteran Story Corps Facilitator Quality Ideals. FOD is going to stand for Facilitator of the Day. Richard, with his many years of experience leading groups, will be a hard act to follow as he is well read, smart, quick witted, generous with his times and information, as well as inspirational in his encouragement. These are great attributes, but the only quality needed to be an FOD in the VSC is willingness. With rotating leadership, members can switch week to week, month to month, or however we want to set it up. The FOD ought to ask for help when needed, be familiar with Zoom or Teams or whatever we want to use, and or have a tech person in the group for troubleshooting. Begin the group on time with a welcome and reading of the mission statement, rereading of the SOP for newcomers. Keep an eye on the time, whose hand was raised first, gently interrupting long-winded talkers such as leave your email in the chat and we can talk about this later, and also to be able to redirect focus if needed. Seek out sources for assignment topics, such as the Pipdex, Narata, Storymatic, Oracle, and offer out of comfort zone ideas such as for writers to paint, painters to sing, singers to dance. Provide engagement during technical difficulties with games like tossing the invisible ball for brain sharpness. For example, favorite foods A to Z, and or asking individual questions such as what would you like to explore in this group? What would you like this group to accomplish? Keep the session open, allowing for members to drop in and out throughout the class time, depending on their availability to attend for the full 2 hours. And be able to offer strength based feedback, focusing on the strength and positive aspects of everyone's work, offering constructive feedback that encourages growth and development. Because I like this group and want others to belong, I think about advertising. I am 61 years old and I'm not very tech savvy, so the only way I know is physical flyers and business cards, both of those which can be put online. Um, but we could have one card or flyer for the Long Beach VA Story Corps, another one for the Veteran Story Corps. We could advertise on our own personal social media sites, emails to friends, VSOs, VFWs, college vet centers, shelters, rehabs. If we were to get the VA's approval on a card for the Long Beach VA Story Corps, we could also then put it all over the VA as well at Cabrillo, the C box. We could give it to the advocates for the homeless, the jailed, and the newly returning vets. I'm not sure that any of these entities can promote anything not directly related to the VA, but I'm not sure. But I think that a lot of people could be as helped with this as we are.